Here's the deal, man. I'm so proud of this football team. Everybody in here, man. We talked about playing complimentary football. That was complimentary football at its finest.
Breaks a tackle outside. Wow, what a run by Jacobs. Right side, Dallas man into the end zone. Dontavian Wex.
How about our defense?
From behind and roped down. Over the middle, intercepted. X marks the spot of the deep secondary of the Packers.
How you get it done? That's one game, man. That's one game. We got a damn good football team. And it's never perfect, but I think the sky's the limit for this group. We got to keep battling, and we got to stay together.
Hello and welcome to Total Packers with Matt LaFleur, presented by Software One. Larry McCarren, along with the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, who are coming off a big win over the Colts. And in that victory, Matt, Malik Willis was everything you needed him to be.
He sure was. It was pretty impressive. The fact that he's been here less than 3 weeks and was able to go out there and execute a game plan. I was really proud of him and really everybody involved, all our guys buying into having a complementary game, offense, defense, and we-fence. It was great to come out with a victory.
Well, getting back to Malik, I mean, he was a model of efficiency, 12 of 14, 122 yards, a touchdown, no picks, and a quarterback rating of 126 plus.
Yeah, I was really happy for him. And you know, there were some timely throws in there as well as some timely scrambles, and he used his legs to help us pick up some critical first downs.
Inquiring minds want to know what's the latest on Jordan Love.
I have no idea yet, Larry. We're going to give him the week like we always do, and if he's ready to roll, he'll be our starter, and if he's not, Malik will start against his former team.
Matt, of course, the headline act was your running game, 53 rushes for 261 yards. Now, the fact that you ran a lot came as no big surprise, but it's one thing to want to do it, it's another thing to get it done.
Yeah, it's a credit to our players to be able to go out there and execute the game plan, and it was truly all 11 being involved with that. It starts up front with our big guys, but our backs were running hard, our tight ends were being physical and blocking, and then the receivers did their part, doing the dirty work to dig out a lot of those safeties because they loaded up the box versus us.
In that running game, lots of gap, pulling linemen, that kind of stuff. What lent you to that style?
Yeah, there was a variety of different schemes that we presented, and I got to give Adam Stenovich, our offensive coordinator, a lot of credit. He's kind of the mastermind behind our run game, and yeah, I just wanted to give a lot of different looks to the defense. Luckily for us, it was a very similar scheme as what we have. So we've got a lot of banked reps versus a lot of those looks.
Anthony Richardson, their quarterback, has been known to do some superhumanoid type things. He did not do superhumanoid against you guys. How'd you get that done?
Well, I think it all started up front. I thought our rush plan was outstanding. The guys executed it, and we tried to keep him in the pocket as much as possible. And he got loose a little bit late in the game, but I thought for 3+ quarters, our defensive line really did a good job of keeping him within the pocket. And then we were able to play coverage behind it, and our guys did a great job of just doing their 1/11th and playing their responsibilities.
Well, you had 3 interceptions, and you had 2 in the opener against the Eagles. That's 5 after just 2 games. Last year, you had 7 all regular season. What's been the difference, taking the ball away like you are?
Yeah, I think a little bit is a difference in scheme. We're playing more vision-based coverages, and it allows our defenders to key the quarterback. And again, the rush always has to complement the coverage, and I think we had some timely rushes to put Richardson off balance. He airmailed a high cross he was trying to throw that X made a nice pick on, and another one he tried to fit a seam in, and Eric Wilson makes a unbelievable play on that. And then the last one's the Hail Mary, which typically you want to bat.
It counts.
It counts. But typically you want to bat those down. But no, we got guys that can play with great vision on the quarterback and can make a play when the ball's in the air.
Now, Eric Wilson, one of the interceptors, he also made some plays against the Eagles. Is he kind of breaking out of that mold? Well, good special teams guy, and that's it, because he's making plays when he's in there.
He certainly is. You know, forced a fumble, and then also that 3rd and 1 where they check to the option. What a great play of just playing that cat and mouse game with the quarterback, getting him to pitch the ball to the halfback, and then being able to rally and get in on that tackle. He's done a really nice job in whatever we asked him to do.
When it comes to total team victories, does this qualify as one of the best during your tenure?
I'd say so. I think just with some of the adversity that we faced, coming off a tough loss, losing your starting quarterback, playing with the quarterback that had been here less than 3 weeks, and in every phase of the game, we knew we had to make some game-changing plays on special teams, and Daniel Whelan provided those. I think defensively, we did a great job. Anytime you hold a team to 10 points or less, you got a great opportunity to win in the game. And then our ability to run the football, I mean, it was very complimentary.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up, Pro Bowl guard, and whatever the Packers need him to be, Elgton Jenkins. Don't go away.
Do it, man. Big dog on me. Big dog on 3. 1, 2, 3. Big dog. Let's go.
Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers, by Bellin Health, and by Johnsonville. Welcome back. This one-on-one is brought to you by Brew Pub, lots of matzo pizza. Elgton, last week, Matt LaFleur said he kind of put it on you guys. What were you guys thinking going in, your approach?
Man, really just telling the guys we had to come out here with a different mentality. He said we was gonna run the ball a lot. I feel like we did a good job up front, and our running backs as well. Just being able to be physical at the point of attack and just kicking those guys out, and creating the hole for the running back. You know, I try to take pride in things like that.
You guys finished with 261 yards rushing, but you had 237 at the half. How did that kind of a start affect you?
I mean, it was great, especially like I think in the first we had 150. So on the sideline, I was actually telling the guys they go for 300 to 400. I think the first goal was to go for 200, and then once we seen that we got past that, we was like, okay, let's try to double it up. I feel like for the whole game, we definitely was like trying to get out to them.
Jacobs breaks a tackle, 40, 45, 50, down the left sideline. Wow, what a run!
Elgton Jenkins, excellent work. One of your gifts, terrific hands and feet. Are those, would you say, God-given, or are they man-made? Are there things you did to improve the hands and the feet?
Kind of both of them, but most definitely one of the things that I had to work at. When I first got here, I was like, I didn't have good aiming and timing with my hands, so just being deliberate with my approach in practice, just being able to get those things down was one of the key things. As an O-lineman, I know, Larry, you probably know, like once you make contact with a guy, you can't stop moving your feet.
Yeah, I was an O-lineman, but I wasn't like Elgton Jenkins. I was a try-hard guy, and to be perfectly honest, Elgton, it's a little annoying to see how easy it looks when you get the job done, and it's not easy at all, but you make it look easy. I almost get annoyed, I have to be honest.
Yeah, man, I mean, it is God-given, but I know, Larry, man, you played football, and I feel like you was more than a try-hard guy, you know what I'm saying? You definitely put your work in.
Leadership starts with performance. You are a performer. How do you approach leadership?
I think it's a more natural thing. I like to be a guy that lead by example. Just being able to show the younger guys, like, you know, you got to come in every day and be consistent with your approach, even if it's practice or if it's working out or if it's eating nutrition and things like that. The things you do in practice are going to be the things that translate to the game. So more naturally than anything.
The rest of your career, goal-wise, what are you hoping to get done, both individually for Elgton Jenkins and for the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, my number one goal right now, honestly, is to win the Super Bowl. I feel like if I win the Super Bowl, it'll kind of like cap off my career. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the main things I want to do, like be a champion. It's just, take grind and being able to step my game up each week.
Go ahead and have a seat. We're gonna have you hold the mic and sit in the chair, and I'll give you a quick rundown on what we're doing here.
Whenever you're ready. Okay.
Check out, Total Packers with Matt LaFleur.
Of Matt LaFleur. With.
Hold this up too.
Okay.
My name is okay.
Hey, I'm Kenny Clark.
Hey, I'm Christian Watson.
Hey, it's Elgton Jenkins here.
I am tapping in with Total Packers Television with Matt LaFleur.
And you're watching Total Packers with Matt LaFleur.
Did I say the right thing?
All right. So.
Welcome back. This week's Chalk Talk is brought to you by Network Health. Against the Colts, the Packers had their best rushing day in over 20 years. Here's how they did it. The Packers' longest run of the day was a good old-fashioned zone play, the kind that Matt LaFleur put in his very first day in Green Bay. And on zone plays, you want to create a wave. You want to create a mass of humanity taking off on tracks, staying on its feet, and blocking what shows. And on this play, the way it breaks, the big blocks turn out to be Elgton Jenkins and Josh Myers right here, and Sean Ryan over there. Josh Jacobs sees the soft spot and he takes it and takes it strong. And then downfield, we got Rasheed Walker working. We got Sean Ryan with another block, and Josh Jacobs takes advantage to the tune of 34 big yards. Ironically enough, the Packers did not run a lot of zone plays, but they did run a lot of this. And this is from the gap and power family tree. And those types of plays generally involve a block down, a puller to kick out, and another person to lead through. Let's watch it develop. Zach Tom and Sean Ryan, excellent work on the block down. Here comes Elgton Jenkins on the kick out, well done. And here comes Tucker Kraft on the lead through. Guy tries to jump past him, not gonna happen. And Josh Jacobs once again is running strong and tough, and it'll take 4 Indianapolis Colts to bring him down after a gain of 12. Now it's the same concept, just going the other way. Tucker Kraft with the pull through, watch it develop. Elgton Jenkins, fine piece of work. Here comes Sean Ryan with the kick out, and here comes Tucker Kraft with the lead through, and bonus block from the wide receiver. Watch it right here by Dontavian Wicks, just enough to make Josh Jacobs' hellacious move all the more effective. And now it takes the Colts 3 guys to bring him down after 12 again. All right, the Packers ran some zone, lots of gap and power type plays, and every once in a while they threw in a gadget like this around to Bo Melton. And the thing about gadget plays, they require just as much execution as the more traditional stuff, like this seal block by Luke Musgrave gets the play started. And then watch the Packers work downfield. They have Tucker Kraft. And then look at this wall forming up of Zach Tom, Christian Watson, and Jordan Morgan. Josh Myers, personal protector. And Bo Melton is taking advantage. And I just want to show you, talk about wide receivers working in the blocking end of the equation. Watch Christian Watson finish this thing. That is great work, great execution. And Bo Melton goes for 16 yards. Add it all together, and the Packers had 261 yards rushing, on 53 carries. I'm no heck of a genius, but that's a lot. Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Network Health, by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers, and by Software One, redefining how companies build, buy, and manage everything in the cloud.
For 25 seasons, our friend Greg Knapp ran the stadium stairs before every single one of his games until he was tragically killed by a distracted driver in July 2021. 59% of people reported engaging in distracted driving at least once in the past 30 days. Over 3,000 people are killed in crashes involving distracted drivers per year. We are here at Lambeau today to honor Greg Knapp and participate in the Knapp Stair Climb to raise awareness for distracted drivers. On behalf of the Green Bay Packers and the Coach Knapp Memorial Fund, we ask you to join us in doing your part on only focusing on the road while driving. Let's help keep his tradition alive. We love you, Napper.
Welcome back. Time to hand out game balls. And Matt, on offense, you go with Josh Jacobs in the O-line, which is great to see. Josh, 32 carries, 151 yards.
Yeah, he was running hard. He was falling forward for extra yards. We had a lot of explosive runs, but like you mentioned, it all started up front.
And Matt, on defense, you go with two players really, but Xavier McKinney is won 4 tackles, including a tackle for a loss and the interception. He's having a great start as a Green Bay Packer.
Yeah, I'd say so. To have 2 picks after 2 games, he's everything that we've wanted him to be and then some. I think he's been a great leader for us as well.
And Matt, the other defensive game ball winner was Kenny Clark, and his stat line says 3 tackles. Of course, the Colts didn't run a lot of plays, but he brings so much more to the party than just what's on the stat line.
You can always count on Kenny Clark. He's going to do his job. He's going to do it at a high level, and I thought he was really disruptive throughout the course of the game.
And on defense or special teams, you go with Daniel Whelan. I'm starting to look at that guy as much more than a punter. He's a weapon, isn't he?
He certainly is. Yeah, his ability to flip the field. He had 2 punts inside the 10-yard line. He's really developing into one of the premier punters in this league.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up, the last word from the coach. Don't go away. The last word with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Construction Business Group and Wisconsin Operating Engineers Local 139. Welcome back. Time for the last word from the coach. And Matt, you're on the road this week at Tennessee. They're 0-2, but it's really 2 games they could have won. What are you seeing?
You could argue they should have won, but that's this league, and every game's tight. I see a team that right now they're the #1 defense in the league, and then you look at their offense, and they've got a lot of weapons. I think Will Levis is a big-arm quarterback that can make you pay with his arm and his legs. And then they've got a bunch of receivers to throw to, and Ridley and Boyd and DeAndre Hopkins. Couple that with their 2 running backs. It's going to be a great challenge and a great test for us.
Matt, let's finish up with your team because that's the most important. How you feel about the play style after 2 games?
I love exactly this is exactly what we wanted to see. Our guys are competing at a high level. It's far from flawless, but I think there's a lot of room for improvement. But in terms of our effort and intensity is exactly what we want.
Matt, thank you. Good luck against the Titans, and thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.